Did you buy Snapchat stock? Snap stock? Big, what they call an IPO, right? Initial public offering for Snap. And you know, they always talk about the first day pop. The first day pop was big, but no one really could take advantage of it except big institutional investors and people who have special treatment from their broker. Because if you're going to invest in something, a hot IPO like Snap, you know, you call your broker a couple of days ahead of time, says, "Can you get me in at the strike price, at the opening price?" And the broker laughs heartily and then says no. Or if you're a big customer, might say yes. And if you were able to get in at the opening price, what was it? It was somewhere between $14 and $17, I remember. I just don't remember which it was. Anyway, if you were able to buy it, let me see here. Yeah, it went off at $17 a share. That actually was, Snap was saying, well, we're going to ask for 14 to 16, but then, you know, the underwriters decide right at the end, oh, let's ask for more, because that means Snap gets more, right? They offered it $17 a share, and the one-day pop was the biggest in 2 years, 44%. At the end of the day, 24.48. So if you were able to buy, you know, at that $17, you would have made a nice return. You just could have sold at the end of the day, said thank you very much, and walked away. Now, by the way, this values Snap, which, remember, their product is an app. That's it. They have an app, the Snapchat app. That's it. Lots of users. The company, because of the app, one app, worth $34 billion. That's more than Marriott, which has more than one hotel, I believe. That's more than Target. That may be a little overheated. What do you think? A little bit. But everybody's interested in young people and how to reach young people. And this is why everybody thinks, people who bought stock, I didn't. I should let you know, buy tech stock of any kind. All my investments are in, you know, long-term index funds. So I don't have any dog in this hunt. And the thinking, I think, of those who bought is, well, yeah, we know Snapchat doesn't make any money. Did I mention that? They don't make any money. They lose money at a pretty rapid clip. That's why they, I think, went to the stock market. But they're where the kids are, and this is the key. They have 158 million daily active users. Now, remember, Facebook has something like 1.5 billion daily active users. Even Instagram has, what was it at last count? I think it was 600 million daily active users. Even Twitter has 300 million daily active users. So Snap, half Twitter, 158 million, but they're in that magic 18 to 34-year-old. And really, it's 18 to 25-year-old, right? And the problem is these kids don't watch TV. They watch YouTube, and they talk amongst themselves, primarily with Snapchat. So the reason people think this is going to be hugely valuable is, well, advertisers will flock to a platform that can reach kids. They don't listen to this show. Actually, some of you do, don't you? Thank you. They don't watch television. They're on YouTube, and they're snapping with each other. The question is, should this inspire you to run out and buy Snap stock? And, well, I am not a stock advisor, and I'm not going to tell you whether you should or shouldn't. But I might just mention that there are a significant number of people who are shorting the stock, that is, betting against it. Something like $1 billion in shorts over the next few days are expected. Those are people who say, yeah, no. And they might not be too far off. Just in general, you look at some of these tech companies that pop on their first day and then they slowly decline over a period of time when people start to realize it's just an app. That's a kind of an amazing number. I'm thinking of what the most valuable app to this point, I think, has been, and it's just an app, was WhatsApp. It all started when Instagram sold to Facebook for $1 billion, and everybody went, "What? $1 billion for an app?" And then Facebook went out and bought WhatsApp for what turned out to be $22 billion, and that seemed like a lot for an app. By the way, I think the Instagram deal, that was a good deal. The jury's out on the WhatsApp deal. Well, I don't know if that was a good deal. That might have been Facebook's got the money and they're going to do it to keep a competitor from rising. In fact, they tried to buy Snapchat for a long time. Oh, they tried. They tried mightily. Offered them billions of dollars. I guess that just wasn't enough because, as you know, it's now worth $34 billion. $34 billion. The founder and chief executive, the three people founded Snap. One of them was forced out before he got any money. I think he sued and he got a little bit of money. But the two guys still remaining, Evan Spiegel, his shares are worth $6 billion. He had a $6 billion payday this week. Chief Technology Officer Bobby Mercer, $5 billion. But what they learned from Mark Zuckerberg was you can sell stock, but don't sell control. So the stock you're buying, you have no control of the company, no votes. 90% of the voting is held by those two guys. I think the market says, you know what, it worked okay for Facebook. You trust, you're investing in the founders and their vision. You're investing in Evan and Bobby and their vision. And Lightspeed Venture, one of the early investors, they put in $485,000 in seed money and then later $7.5 million. So what is that? A total of a little under $8 million. They are worth now $2.1 billion, those shares, $2.1 billion. Benchmark Capital put in $24 million. It's now worth, that stake now worth $3.2 billion. Incredible. Incredible. And, of course, the underwriters make lots of money. So we'll see. It's a big deal. It's not the biggest IPO ever. Alibaba was the biggest. That's the Chinese Amazon.com. Facebook, the next biggest. JD.com. What's that? Site for juvenile delinquents? Well, I don't know what that is. Let me go to JD.com. They're big, whatever they are. Oh, it's Chinese. Looks like another Chinese, I don't know what. Selling something. Then Snap. Then Hilton. What a world, isn't it? It's fascinating. Shares still above the $17 price, but they've started to go down a little bit, as one would expect. I don't know. I just watch from the sidelines, fascinated. 8888 Ask Leo. Let's talk about things that matter to you. What smartphone to buy? Lots of new ones out. I'll talk about those. And